Welcome back. It's going to be a great night tonight. We've got a retirement bash taking place. There's going to be lots of partying and dancing, so you'll find out a wee bit more about that again next week. But let's go and find out what's been going on in Dunoon Grammar School this week. Welcome back, and the first thing I want to do is say a massive happy birthday to Mary Farrell. It was Mary Farrell's 60th birthday last week, and she had a party last Friday night and had a great time. You wouldn't believe she's 60, she still loves her bit of sparkle, so happy birthday, Mary. We hope you had a fantastic night. At the weekend, we had the second Ben Moore weekend. I was lucky enough to be there all weekend. It was brilliant. The young people from the primary schools were extremely well behaved and got out of their comfort zone, so we're really looking forward to having them joining us as a part of the school community when they come up and on the move, week beginning the 3rd of June. We also had our police volunteers, our Rights Respecting Schools Committee and our Pride Group attend the Pride March in Oban on Saturday, and thanks to Mrs Campbell, Miss Harrison and PC McPhee for taking them up there and ensuring that they took part in that. They all had a great time. The feedback has been fantastic. On Saturday also our pipe band attended the British Championships and they came 7th out of 16 bands, and they were 1 point away from being placed 6th, which would have moved them up the prize list. So they've had a great start at Gourock Highland Games and then the British Championship, so well done to them. I wish them well for the rest of the season. On Monday, we held a collegiate session for our staff, and again, I spoke about this last week. We looked at the improvement priorities for the coming session, the improvement plan. I met with SLT on Wednesday, and the improvement plan is now in draft form, and we'll be issuing that out to staff for comment, and it'll also be issued out to parents and partners so they can see what our priorities are. Our Learning Centre left on Monday to go on their annual residential trip. This year they're going through to Edinburgh. They left on Monday and returned on Thursday. They had a great time. They went to the zoo, they went bowling, they went to see Aladdin. They had dinner in one of my favourite restaurants, Tony Macaroni's. And Mrs Campbell went through and joined them for an evening. So they had a great time, and it was great to see them coming back, but they were very tired on Thursday. On Wednesday evening, we held our German exchange parental information evening, and it was lovely to see both Miss McKillop and Mrs Clark running the session. It's their last exchange, but it was a very well-oiled machine. I popped in for 20 minutes and I think they're going to have a fantastic time. The 2-day bus journey is a bit of a worrying thing, though. They're going to have to listen to Mr Gallinach singing on the microphone as they're going, so bring some earplugs with you. On Thursday, we issued out our S1 tracking conversations to the pupils, so please ask your sons and daughters for them if you've not already been passed them. And this week, we also held our staff mental first aid training, where a number of our support assistants and support staff were involved in a day's training run by Mr Reid, who's a qualified trainer. There'll be another training session next week. On Wednesday, we were visited again by our Vanguard group, our transition group, who visited us and are doing a small project for the rest of the primary sevens in their school. So it was great to see them. They had break with us, and they're back up next week to see and have lunch with us as well. So again, it was lovely to see them up in the school. On Thursday and Friday, we were visited by Jennifer McGee, who's the head teacher from Tobermory High School. She visited us to have a look at what we've been doing in the school, all the excellent things that have been going on, and she also completed a couple of learning walks around the school just to see learning and teaching within Dunoon Grammar School. So it was a pleasure having her here, and I'm hoping to go to Tobermory for a couple of days as well, so that I can go and visit them too. As I mentioned in this week's vlog, we were being visited by Jennifer McGee, the head teacher from Tobermory, and she's joined me now. She's made it over on the ferry and down the road. So, Jennifer, welcome to Dunoon Grammar School.
Thank you. It's lovely to be here.
Why have you come to visit us?
I've come to visit to understand a little bit more about the workings of a bigger school. Tobermory is a very small school, and having met David a number of times at head teachers meetings, I thought that I'd heard a number of initiatives that were going on in the school. I'd be really interested to see them actually in practice. So that's really why I'm here. So
Great.
thanks for letting me come along. It's been
No,
very
no, no,
interesting so far.
You're very welcome to be here, and I've given you a quick tour of the school so far. What's your first impressions? Obviously, you've not seen any lessons yet, but what's your first impressions?
My first impressions coming from Tobermory that is large. It's a big school, lots of open spaces, corridors and classrooms with loads of space and really interesting work on the walls. I've seen some really amazing artwork as I've been going around, and some creative writing and some just very interesting work and very welcoming atmosphere. Pupils very well behaved, very quiet. I know 5th and 6th year aren't here, but nevertheless it's a very nice atmosphere. People very purposeful getting on with work.
Good, good. Well, it's a pleasure to have you here, and I hope you enjoy the next couple of days with us, and we'll be able to see some good practice as well that you have in Tobermory.
Superb.
Thank you.
Looking forward to it. Thank you.
And the most important news of this week is that we are holding our retirement bash this evening for our 5 retirees, and between them they've got 156 years of service. It's amazing. They've been great servants to our school. Some of them taught me when I was a pupil here, and I have great memories of being in their classes, but they're going to be a huge loss to Dunoon Grammar School. So Mr Glancy, Mr Shaw, Mrs Clark, Miss McKillop and Mr Biggert, I wish you all the very best for your retirement, and I hope you have a great night tonight, although I'm not looking forward to seeing Biggert's dancing. It's going to be a bit worrying, so we'll let you know about that next week. Next week, we are closed on Monday. Everyone will be pleased to know for our long weekend, so I hope everyone has a great Monday holiday. Just remember to return again at 8:45 on Tuesday morning. We're also issuing out our prize giving letters at the end of this week, so young people who have been nominated for a prize should be getting them. If you could please return them to the school as quickly as you can, letting me know how many guests you would like to bring along. And we're also going to be issuing out all the S1 to S4 award winners. They'll be informed of that at the beginning of next week, and who the award winners are. Have a great weekend, and I'll tell you all about the retirement due next week.
Hello, I'm back. I've survived another week. And guess what? We're down to 24 days. That's really coming down. That's good now. But even better news for this weekend, as you know, it's a bank holiday. No working Monday. Magic. And tonight, we've got a retirement dinner. Putting a wee bit of a meal on for us, a bit of dancing, a bit of samba. Don't cry for me, Argentina. Hey, some talent. I better watch I don't get signed up for that strictly dancing thing, eh? Well, I better go and do a wee bit of practice. And if you're there tonight, I'll see you. If not, I'll tell you about it next week. Okay? Cheery bye!